Where's my camera? My camera got to be up in here. Okay, we good. Just making sure.
We good, we good. Is this thing on? Are we good, ladies and gentlemen? You know what I mean? Look at my guy over there, you know what I'm saying? First of all, this is Zone Sports Podcast, you know what I mean? And I like the fact how my co-host he can switch up from being a knockoff Dame Dash to the foreign hat driver, you know what I'm saying? The foreign car driver. My man say I be in all the dealerships, you know what I'm saying? I be in the Benz, I be in the BMW dealership, I be in no, I come in here, you know what I'm saying, wearing all black like I'm Ja Rule in 96 with the black tee on. You feel
Murder.
Rest in peace to Irv Gotti, by the
Rest in peace,
way.
for real. Yeah.
For sure, man. He was the soundtrack to a lot of our teenage years. A
Yes,
lot
sir.
of our teenage years. Rest in
Yes,
peace
sir.
the Irv Gotti, you know what I mean? And I gotta give a big salute to my guy, you know what I mean? My guy Jordan. He hit me up in my DM, you know what I'm saying? He said with my hair braided, I'm looking like the new
I
he
know
said
this about to go somewhere. I know it's about to go
he said,
somewhere.
he said with my hair braided, I'm looking like the East Coast MC8, so I gotta salute.
Hey, yo, salute to the West. Salute to the West.
Salute to the West Coast. I will be
Oh,
out there in April on the 420 weekend.
Lord.
You know what I mean? Word up. Salute everybody on the West Coast. If you want to book me, hit my DM. I will be out there in the Bay Area. Santa Rosa, what's up? You know what I mean? Salute, salute,
Word.
salute. You know what I mean? And yo, real quick, you know what I mean? Because this is the Zone Sports Podcast. I got to give a big shout out. You know what I mean? Before we get out of here with month wise for Black History Month, I came here wearing the MLB hat. This hat is
Mm.
this hat is a commemorative for me for when I bought, I think it was might have been MLB The Show, maybe 20, might have been the 20 maybe 2020 edition, whatever it was. This hat comes from the Jackie Robinson edition. You heard? If you didn't get the Jackie Robinson physical copy, you didn't get this hat right here. You know what I mean? This hat came with the Jackie Robinson edition, who was the first black man to be in the MLB. We gotta
Yeah.
drop some knowledge on, bro. This is
Pew,
black.
pew, pew,
First
pew.
of all, it's always Black History Month. You know what I mean? Yo, we making jokes, but salute the MC8 too. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
One of the first black rapper artists to be on the big screen. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He really took it there. A lot of people,
Right.
a lot of people want to sometimes give that to Pac and people that came before Pac like Kid and Play too. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Depending on what era you from, it was a couple other artists before Kid and Play too that was doing their thing. But like the Fat Boys, got to shout out to the Fat Boys. Can't forget the
Yeah.
Fat Boys. Fat Boys
Yeah.
had that movie too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
Oh, yeah.
know what I mean? So, see, this is what you get with a Zone Sports Podcast. We giving y'all some Black history. We ain't even intend to do this, but before we get out of here, because for the Black History Month, but do note, Black history is every day. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
yo, we got to give a shout out to the Fat Boys for being one of the first black rappers to have their own movie. Then they paved the way for
Right.
things like Crush Groove to
Rush
come
Groove.
through.
Yes,
You know
sir.
what I mean? The things like that. So yeah, shout out to LL, all the black actor rappers or rappers turned actors that have paved the way, man, for people like
Right.
me for doing my little acting and my little web series that I be doing. Filthy and Filthy season 3 is coming soon. Be patient. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Yeah, I had gotten to thinking about that just now about. You know what I mean? We brought up MC8. One of his famous roles, of course, is Minister Society. Being
Yeah.
AWACS, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, man. Salute, but yeah, Jackie Robinson, man, first black man in the MLB. I was helping my son with a project he having to do Black History, and the person he got was Jackie Robinson. So I was
Mm.
super hyped to help him with it, and I'm learning some things I didn't know about Jackie Robinson, Corey. I
Okay.
didn't know he played multiple sports. Did you know he played more than
No.
baseball?
No. No. No.
He ran track, Corey. I want to say
Uh-uh.
he played some football. He did a lot of things, Corey. I did not know. I wasn't familiar with his game, as the kids would say. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I wasn't familiar with his game, Corey. Obviously not. I just thought he did baseball. No, he did, man. He did a lot more, Corey, that I was
Mm.
flabbergasted by. So yeah, salute to the MLB for even doing this edition when y'all did it. They did it several years, back to back. Unfortunately, this year, um, you know, you know, we talking sports and of course Black History Month, but somehow, of course, gaming has to get tied in this. So I gotta drop some gaming knowledge, Corey, for my people that's looking to get MLB The Show 25, like myself.
Mm.
You know what I mean? I
Okay.
gotta drop some knowledge real quick, Corey. I know you a new PS5 owner. You might
Yeah.
want to get your hands on the MLB The Show, Corey. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Let me tell you something, man. For all my gamers worldwide who are used to playing MLB The Show on Game Pass on Xbox, it will not be on Game Pass on Xbox this year. I'm sorry to tell y'all. If you was looking forward to it, it will not be on there this year. You're gonna have to go back to buying it. Is not a part of your Game Pass subscription anymore. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I'm guessing the contract ran out. I don't know, but this year you have to buy it. For all my people who want to buy the physical copies, they are only doing the standard edition on the physical copies on MLB The Show 25. You
Mm.
cannot go and get the deluxe edition. They don't have the Jackie Robinson edition. No, all the other editions that you want, they are trying to force you to go and get them digitally. You have to go get them digitally. I know that might suck for some of the physical copy owners and collectors like myself. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I try to especially with MLB The Show, I try to always get the Jackie Robinson edition because also a dollar or some of the proceeds of your purchase was going to the Jackie Robinson Foundation. So that's another reason
Mm.
why I was trying to support it. But they're doing away with all the copies except the standard edition. And if you want to get your hands on the digital deluxe edition, you will be able to play 4 days early. It does come out. It is available standard edition on 3/18, but if you get the deluxe edition right here, I'm seeing that it comes out 3/14 next month. You know what I mean? So, like if you like myself, I like to get my hands on a little bit early. You know what I'm saying? Because I do run a gaming podcast. I like to get my hands on it, review stuff, throw it out there for my people. You know what I mean? But yeah, if you're looking for the show on Game Pass this year, will not be there. You have to
Mm.
purchase it outside the subscription. Corey, are you gonna get? Are you looking to pick up the show? Are you a
Yeah.
baseball game
Yeah.
fan?
Because I haven't played baseball. Gosh.
You ain't
Probably
played this since RBI baseball.
I do. I mean, bases loaded part two back in into no, I have the I think the last one I got was like 03, 04 for the PS2. So it was a minute ago since I had
That's back when ESPN was doing them too. I think
yeah,
ESPN that was fire too. That was fire.
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I definitely need to get my baseball back on.
Man, let me tell you, the show is fire.
Okay.
Everything about the show is fire. They have the create your player and where you can go through the storyline where you're working your way up through the ranks and all that. They have it like that. And I'm seeing this year they're gonna have some college teams involved, which they hadn't done in the past. They normally have you just come up from double A
Okay.
and work your way through the ranks. But now I'm seeing on the trailers that they're gonna have you maybe go through the college ranks. I don't know how they're gonna do the storyline, but I'm hyped for it, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it, Corey.
You know what? I lied. The last and technically it wasn't the show. I think it was for the PS3 and it was called The Bigs.
The
BIGS.
bigs, the bigs, the
It was kind
bigs.
of like a
Uh-huh.
NFL blitz-ish type of game, kind of like a more souped up version of baseball versus your standard. But that was the last one that I have actually. Now that I think about it,
The bigs was fire. It was
yeah,
several
Biggs was
MLB.
good.
It was several MLB games dropping back then. Like I said, you had the show back then. You also had, like I said, the bigs. You had the ESPN one. It was a lot. It was a lot going on, man. You know what I mean? But yeah, salute to the MLB. I can't wait to get my hands on the show. Unfortunately, not the copy I want to get, but I'm gonna still support it. You know what I mean? Last night, ladies and gentlemen, what they called the revenge game was on television. If you was under a rock, We are talking about the Lakers versus Mavs. You know what I mean?
Pew, pew, pew.
Yes, sir. We talking about Luca taking on the owner of the Mavs mentally. We talking about, you know what I mean, AD sitting sideline chomping at the bits, wishing he could get a piece of that action. Pause. You know what I mean? Ladies and gentlemen, the Lakers ended up winning the game. You know what I'm saying? Luca bust down a triple double on him. I don't really know the numbers, Corey. If you want to get the numbers out, that's peace. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying? But he
yeah.
did bust out a triple double in this Lakers versus Mavs matchup. The first matchup, I might add, since the trade happened a couple of weeks ago and came in and devastated me.
And I
It
got the
dev
numbers.
You got the what was the numbers on that triple dub last night, Corey?
All right. So obviously he got 19, 15 rebounds,
Uh-huh.
and what's the other
He had
stat?
the
Oh, and 12,
assist.
and 12 assists. 12
12
assists.
assists,
There
12
you go.
assists. There we go. There we go, man. Corey, what are your thoughts on the game last night? Are you set to put the Lakers in the finals like everyone else, or are you just staying the course?
I'm staying the course for right now. It was a great game last night. And the thing is, you got to look at it like this. Dallas is decimated right now. Let me go through the injury list real quick, Big V. Here is a list of injured players for Dallas who did not play last night, who would normally have played.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're two bigs. Derek Lively, center, he's out.
Yep.
Daniel, he was out. Anthony Davis, he was out. Caleb Martin, he was out. Dante Exum, he got hurt in the fourth quarter. He was out for the rest of the game. Now, in the fourth quarter, give it everything that I just read out to you. Man, bro, it got tied at one point,
It did.
right? There was some heat checks going on, and it took LeBron being LeBron for it to happen. LeBron keeps finding his fountain of youth, and it worked because I thought we was in trouble. I knew that this was a game that we should have won, but at the same time, it's like, why is it this close? I thought it was going to be a bloodbath, and it wasn't. But I hate to be that fan, but I'm that fan,
Yeah.
So that's what I take from it, from the pessimistic nature. The optimistic nature that I'm taking from it is the chemistry between Luca and LeBron. I don't know if I was watching basketball or if I was watching football last night. Big V, I don't know if I was watching Joe Montana, aka Luka Doncic, throw like a freaking 90-footer all the way down LeBron James on the other end of the court, throwing it to Jerry Rice. I mean, he threaded the needle perfectly where Max Christie could not intercept it or deflect it, and LeBron got easy 2 points. I mean, there was another play, I think it was in the fourth quarter, where LeBron and Luca literally passed the ball back and forth to each other like 4 or 5 times or whatever. And Luca drew the double, kicked it out LeBron. LeBron hit a 3 points. Give me that, So I'm loving the chemistry on that. Now, to the getting to the Western Conference Finals, is it possible? Yes, but Jackson Hayes is still out big, and it is great for Lob City, and it is exciting to watch, and I love it. But Big V, we all know the game slows down in the playoffs, bro. Like we know that. We watched enough NBA to know that. And let's kind of flash back to the Saturday night game with the Denver Nuggets, where I'm finally glad that we beat. I'm still a little perplexed at that game. Of course, I'm taking the victories. Yes, I am that fan because I like you as a Lakers fan, so I'm more of an analytical fan more so than anything else. When I go back to Saturday night's game, was it the Joker having a bad night, or did we neutralize the Joker to have a bad night? And I watched that game and I really couldn't quite tell. And so the question is, are we able to do that against a Denver, against a OKC 4 times in the series? To be determined. I'm staying the course right now. What say you, man?
You know, last night, I'll start there. I had mixed feelings about the game. And here's why. I'm gonna go back to the Denver game. I was highly impressed by us in that game. I was highly impressed. And I'm gonna be honest with you, Corey. I don't give a damn if the Joker did have a bad game. We shut
We
that
need
ass
to, bro.
down. We
Yeah.
shut that ass down. That's what we did. Shut him down. And that's what I like to see. And you know what? Two things can be true. He might have had a bad game, and our defensive scheme worked on his ass that night. We got him. And you know why I was really impressed? Unlike why I was less impressed with the win last night, which was going back to your point. You know, the Mavs are banged up. They're much like us in the situation where last night they don't have a big man, a true big man.
Yep.
That game goes a different way. If three of those guys are there,
You're right.
that's a different way. Especially with Kyrie playing out of his damn mind like he was playing last night. We
He
can't
played
overlook
40
that.
minutes last night, Big V. He played 40. They're gonna run that dude into the ground, man. He played 40 minutes last night.
And getting rid of Luka and not having a big man, it falls in his lap right now. Especially being the fact he's a champion. It definitely got to fall in his lap. Got to lean on him a little bit more. Which that ain't that's nothing for Kyrie. We know Kyrie. We know as the kids say, we know his body. You know what I mean? We know his body. But you know, Denver was loaded that other night. That's what I was impressed by. One of soul hurt.
Right.
No, one of soul hurt. Joker was out there. You know what I'm saying? Jamal was out there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They were
Y'all
there.
boys loaded the other night. You see what I'm saying? Everybody was there. No excuses. That's what I like to see how we did that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Last night, it was good for morale, but that game goes another way, man, if AD is in there.
You're
That
right.
game goes another way if, like I said, two or three more pieces in there. That's gonna be a tough playoff game. Um, if
Yeah.
we have to go and see them at any point in time.
You're right.
I do like the way Luca played. I wanted him to go for 80. He didn't go for 80. I wanted him to go for 80. I'm finally, last night he said, he glad it's behind him. He's just ready to rest now. I can imagine it being a lot of
Oh
built
yeah.
up emotion behind it and things like that. But I'm glad too that it's over because now the media can get off his dick. Corey, they on his dick during the warm up. Oh, he keeping his warm up jacket on because they said that he was out of shape, so now he trying to lose weight to get in shape. Yo, dog, he might have just forgot. There might just be some new shit he on, but y'all on this dick and drawing all these think pieces so much all the way down to his warm up jacket. I'm sick of it. I'm over it. I'm just like he's over it. So I'm glad it's over too, Corey. I'm glad
Yeah.
it's over. I do I do want to say that I might have been wrong about this trade. This might be good. I'm not jumping all the way there yet. I just want to let my people know because I came over here and went on the rant about it. You know what I mean? It might be good. My mom want to hit me every time Lakers on TV. You ain't watching the game. I say, yo, ma, I told you I was done with the Lakers right now. I ain't feeling them, ma. Well, Luca looking
Now, you
good.
right.
Luca looking good. He looking good. I'm like, yo, mom, that's peace and all that. But yo, I ain't knowing that right now. Well, we watching it. They do this during the Denver game. They shutting Joker down. All right, mom, let me tune in.
The mama Big V, yo. I
Yeah,
tell
man. Yeah, hey, look,
phenomenal woman.
mama be on the sports, man. She be tapping in like
Right.
she should have her own podcast as much as she know. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? But
Yeah.
she be calling me now, texting me, you ain't watching the game, Luca going crazy. Yo, mom, I still feel the way. And he got into it with the refs last night a little bit, but
Yeah.
rightfully so on a bunch of those calls, rightfully so. But I want to see how this look down the road when the chemistry gets there and all that. You know what I mean? So we're gonna keep an eye on the Lakers. You know what I mean? I ain't sold all the way yet, but we'll see. We'll see, Corey.
Yeah.
Um, let's get to the NFL. You know what I mean? Because I'm ready to get into this topic. Here recently, ladies and gentlemen, if you've been under a rock or not been on the internet, it has came out that a quote unquote anonymous team has filed or is trying to file or propose, you will, a ban on the world champion Philadelphia Eagles play deemed the Tush Push. A team and a quote unquote anonymous team are saying they want it out of the game, they want it out of the league,
Yeah.
get it out of here, we're done with it, finito, peace, get it out of here. It also came out, which was almost the worst kept secret, that the said anonymous team was the Green Bay Packers.
The Gouda Man. Oh, nice.
I mean, as soon as I heard about it was a quote unquote anonymous team, within a good 16 hours, I heard it was the Packers. This was the worst kept secret in American history.
Yeah.
Corey, what are your thoughts on? And you know what? From now on this team, we have to address them as such. We are going to address the Green Bay Packers by a new name. They are now deemed on this show, the Zone Sports Podcast, the anonymous Green Bay Packers, Corey. So because that's what you want to be known by. Now that is what we are addressing you by on this show, the anonymous Green Bay Packers. Corey, what are your thoughts on the anonymous Green Bay Packers trying to foul this proposed ban, man?
The Gutekunst monster strikes again. We don't know Brian Gutekunst, whatever his name is the general manager of the anonymous Packers that we're now referring to him as. Look, man, there's a part of me that's like, yo, you're gonna say something, stand 10 toes down, like, and say it. But I don't really blame them for saying it. They said they have, out of all the teams in the NFL that has went up against the said tush push or the brotherly shove, Philadelphia converts the most against the Green Bay Packers when doing the tush push. So I can see why they want it out. Look, man, they sound ridiculous. So do we want to eliminate the forward pass because Patrick Mahomes could throw it 80 yards? Do we want to get rid of that? Do we want to get rid of Saquon Barkley because get rid of all running plays because you could run the ball average 7 to 8 yards a carry? Do you want to get rid of that too? I mean, while we at it, let's go ahead and get rid of field goal kickers and let's just get rid of the whole thing. Because my thing is, Big V, I thought this was supposed to be about innovation. You can't stop it. That's a you problem because it's all personnel based, because it's not like it's a get out of jail free card all the time with every single team. Yes, Philadelphia runs it the best. Why does Philadelphia runs it the best? Because they invented the play. I'm quite sure whichever coach invented the Wildcat back in the day probably ran it the best. You know who is the father of the West Coast offense and who ran it the best? Bill Walsh, the San Francisco 49ers. Yes, nobody ran it better than us because it's something that he created. You cannot be better than the creator. Okay, you just can't. So what do? You figure out a way to stop it. Or if you're worrying about it from an offensive standpoint, guess what? Why don't you draft a quarterback who could bench 600 pounds squat of 600 pounds like Jalen Hurts can, and have them in here on that said play. Like, yo, your job outside of being a backup quarterback and emergency quarterback, we need you in here to run this daggone tush push. That's all you need to do. We get in a 4th and 1 or a 4th and 2. We need a big daggone John Coffey dude, bald head, balder than mine, that's like 7'4", and all he's gonna do is have the people just push him so he can daggone get the first down. Get that. Hey, there ain't nobody saying you can't do it. We're acting like that the NFL and Goodell has a rule that saying only the Philadelphia Eagles can run it. That's not the case. So Green Bay, anonymous Green Bay, y'all are crazy. That's the dumbest thing I ever heard. What say you?
This is whole shit. I'm gonna call it what it is. That is my job on this show, to just say what it is. This is whole shit. You acting like hoes. That's it. This is whole shit. That was the first thing that came to my mind when I heard this. This is whole shit. What are you talking about? Y'all are trying to propose a ban to stop the tush push?
Ridiculous.
Yo, dog. In the gamer world, they have these games that are called Souls likes. Souls-like games are very challenging and hard. Like there are games like Elden Ring, Dark Souls, games like that that are very Sekiro, Black Myth Wukong. It is a bunch of games that are called they are extremely tough, and you have to be very skilled at beating them. I myself suck at all the Souls-like games. Do you see me filing a petition for this shit of telling them they need to stop making Souls like games? No. You know what the gaming community tell me, Corey, when I go online and say, hey man, why these Souls like games they got no difficulty options where I can put it on easy, novice. You know what I mean? If you would, because I'm a guy that I have no shame. If it's too hard, I would drop the difficulty down so I
Oh,
can
don't get
beat
me
the
started.
game. You know what I
Don't
mean?
get me started.
That is me because when I play a game, I play the game to feel like a total badass. And when I'm not feeling like a badass, I have to lower the difficulty option or I
Mhm.
would stop playing the game because I am no longer having fun. Video
Yep.
games are meant to have fun, not to stress you out. So if you want to put the game on all Madden or hardcore or whatever the difficulty of the game of your choice that you may
Yep.
love that is top
Heisman
tier,
mode and college football 25. Go
hey,
ahead.
go ahead, my G. I am not there and I will never be there. And I'm cool with that. You know what I mean? You know what the gaming community or the Souls like community tell me, Corey, when I go up there and say, hey, these games didn't have difficulty options. Hey, you know what they say, Big V? Hey, Big V, 2 words. Get good. Get good. That's it. That's all. To the anonymous Green Bay Packers, that is my message, y'all. Get good. Get good. Get good. That is it. That is it. And that is all. Instead of going out there wasting your time filing a petition trying to get this banned, and then oh by the way, it sucks so bad that somebody chose to rat y'all asses out because it was anonymous. It came across my desk as anonymous. You're not anonymous because you know what? It was so blasphemous. Somebody said, "Hey, yo, man, I gotta leak the source. It's these hoe ass niggas over here. That's it. That's it. And that's all. Stop it. Stop it. You sound asinine. Just like our next topic was Chris Ballard. Oh yeah, I'm segue. I'm the segue king. I'm going straight in, Corey, to Chris Ballard, still keeping NFL. For those that don't know, Chris Ballard is my beloved Indianapolis Colts GM. And recently, he said some of the dumbest shit I've ever seen in NFL. Corey, I'm going to read this, and this is straight off the Colts.com/news. Of course, I'm tapped in. It says Colts general manager Chris Ballard on Tuesday laid out a vision for an open quarterback competition between Anthony Richardson and someone else in 2025. I want to highlight that part right there for the listeners. Someone else. And just remember that. Goes on to say, as for how Ballard would go about acquiring a quarterback to compete with Richardson, he said everything is on the table, which could mean adding someone via free agency, a trade, and slash or the NFL draft. Again, though Ballard emphasized creating a competition with Richardson would take more than just adding another quarterback to the Colts roster, especially with Joe Flacco and Sel Ellinger set to be unrestricted free agents in March. I quote, "It'll be open," Ballard said, and of course, it's got to be somebody that can really challenge from a production standpoint. End quote. Corey, what the fuck is he talking about? What is first of all, let me tell y'all why, some of y'all may say, "Oh, why is that so bad?" Yo, did y'all not hear who the backups are? The backups are Joe Flacco and Sam Ellinger. First of all, salute to Flacco, a champion. And it's not like you don't get shit done when you're in there, because you do, Flacco. Salute, you do. You always tend to pull a rabbit out of the hat. But it should not be a competition between you and Richardson, especially when y'all are saying that Richardson is the guy going forward. That's what y'all said. Y'all did also backed him up a few months ago when he said, "Yo, I was tired. That's why I left the game." We can't forget that. Y'all backed him up and still said he's the guy. It's the competition. Y'all quit in the game and didn't come back to play saying y'all was tired. So he said guy going forward though. But now it's a competition between him and someone else. So let me get this straight, Corey. Are y'all gonna go and draft a guy and make the rookie guy and hope for what's my man that plays y'all think y'all gonna get a Jaden Daniels out of the situation? That's what they think, Corey. They think they're gonna get a guy that's down there kicking ass because you got to think the Jaden is it Jaden or Jalen? I might be pronouncing the wrong.
Jaden Daniels.
It might be those guys like that, Corey. They don't come all the time made that way. It is a system that he's in. You're gonna go and gamble on a new guy, put him in competition with the I guess the old guy at this point, but still fairly young. I'm just calling him the old guy because he's on the roster now. He has experience. Y'all gonna go do that and try to make it a competition because guess what? Who you gonna go and get? And I swear to God, Corey, I swear to God, if they remotely entertain an Aaron Rodgers situation, I would. Let me tell you, I would. Corey, you do not want to see me on that day coming on this podcast. If I get wind, if I hear a fucking peep that they're thinking about getting Aaron Rodgers, Corey, I'm gonna blow my fucking top. Pause. I promise you. Because it ain't too many people left you're going to talk about putting a competition with them. You know what I mean? I am hearing that Stafford might be on the move. Yeah. He might. But I just don't see them going out and making a Stafford trade. Because who you going to offer? Who you going to offer? We don't have anything to offer. So now you're going to try to mess with his confidence by saying it's going to be a Anthony Richardson. It is. You're going to mess up his confidence by saying now we're going to bring somebody in for a QB competition. We don't need that when we. Agree with that. This is why he sounds stupid. This is the worst thing he could have did, Corey. I mean, the absolutely worst thing going into the season and into the trade, into the draft, and all that, into free agency that he could have did to this guy, Corey.
Yeah. I agree 100%. Like, at least don't be so blatant about it if that's what you're doing. Because you're right. Because, quarterbacks, kickers, you can argue they're on the two opposite ends of the spectrum, but they're both fragile upstairs. It's kind of tough to play with someone over your shoulder. And I get it. All of the other positions, they have to do it. But here's the thing. With other positions, like, you can mess around and have 2 or 3 or 4 wide receivers on a field at any given time. You can mess around and have, 1 or 2 running backs, depending on how you clever you do your scheme, or have a running back
down back and all that. Yeah.
You can have 3 running backs on the roster and still get mad playing time on each 3. Quarterbacks is just not designed like that. And I don't understand. Look, injury issues aside, rookie issues or youthness aside, you got to either get behind this guy or move on. But you don't play that game. And like you said, it's supposed to be a weak quarterback draft class coming up. So that he's not going to be, whoever that said person is not going to be good enough to challenge Anthony Richardson. Okay, so then that leaves you with a vet. Well, and to your, to your happiness, hopefully, it's rumored that Aaron Rodgers actually wants to go to LA or whatever. So let's hope that's the case. But no, it's a silly, stupid move, man. I don't agree with it at all.
I don't either agree. I definitely don't, Corey. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie. I thought this was kind of our what the hell segment with him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And speaking of, let's just jump right into the what the hell segment, man. You know what I mean?
Woo! Well, the what the hell segment is envisioned by Big Vito, executed by me, and sponsored by the little girl downstairs, Big V. Big V, we have March Madness upon us that's getting ready to start off in a couple of weeks. And so I like to step into the realm of college basketball, if you will.
Let's go.
And I want to put you in a mindset of, let's just say we both went to North Carolina A&T State University. But let's just play the hypothetical game. You are a top-notch basketball player, Big V. You are being honored for bringing North Carolina A&T to its first Elite 8 since like 2008. It's really a big deal. So North Carolina A&T would like to honor you by hanging your jerseys in the rafters. No problem. But there's only one problem, Big V.
What's that?
When they release the rafters, his jersey was upside down, Big V. Oh my gosh. Oh, the What the Hell segment is also being sponsored by the Fighting Illinois Illini. Oh my gosh. First of all, let me give all the credit in the world to Terrence Shannon Jr. Big V, I'm going to do this real quick because we long time. He got hung with the upside down jersey after what I just said. You know, Big V, and let me correct myself. He brought the program last year to the first Elite Eight appearance. He was the man on that team. I don't remember him, but Illinois do. The Fighting Illini, man, have not been to an Elite Eight with the exception of last year since 2005. They're like, oh, no, 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 no. He does great things in the community. He's just a great overall guy. And you know what, man? Nah, we take care of our own. He played for the Illinois Fighting Illini, Big V. That's what he did. And then you know what? He got out there. Big V, this was on a Saturday night, State Farm Center. And man, got his family there, mama there, daddy there, everybody there. Man, the jersey came down and it was just upside down. But let me tell you something. Let me tell you how much of a stand-up human being that this Terrence Shannon Jr. is. You know what he did? He got a t-shirt made, Biggie. He got a t-shirt made of his banner being held upside down, and he is selling the t-shirts, and the benefits are going to the Boys and Girls Club.
Yo.
The people to screw this up with, you're going to screw it up with Illinois. What the hell, man? Unbelievable.
The hell?
Unbelievable.
What the hell? And real quick, I want to give an honorary what the hell real quick before we get up out of here. To the North Carolina Tar Heels. I want to give a what the hell to whoever's behind the rehiring and the extension of Hubert Davis.
It came kind of quick, didn't it, Big V? It came quick. I ain't saying he shouldn't have got it, but man, that was quick. We didn't even make the tournament this year.
That's all I'm saying. Salute to him for getting that bread. Yeah. But what the hell, man? A little bit fast for my liking.
Yeah, a little bit quick.
You know what I mean? Yeah. But speaking of quick, shout out to everybody that be watching the YouTube shorts, you know what I mean, on YouTube, but catching the quick clips that we chop up and throw on our social media. We definitely appreciate y'all for tuning in. Shout out to everybody to be watching each and every episode all the way to the end, or just a little bit, man. We appreciate you just for watching. That's what we here for. Right. You know what I mean? Bring a little piece to your day. You know what I mean? That's what we here for. You know what I mean? And I appreciate Corey for each and every week tapping in. You know what I mean? How we doing this thing. We almost to episode 150 really, really soon. You know what I mean? 150, you know what I mean? We're going to do it. We're going to get there. You know what I mean? But yeah, man, Corey, I appreciate you, man. Like I said, y'all know how we do this thing. If you've been watching for a while, or if you new, this how we end this thing. You know what I mean? Peace.